If we can ask DTM Ajay to evaluate him.
Did you check the message? Toastmaster was say just send you a message.
Yeah, he
DTM,
did.
can we ask Toastmaster Asghar if he can do it?
Toastmaster also have the table topics evaluation and a speech evaluation.
Do we have table topic today?
Yes, we do. We do.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, it's fine because I was just saying because it's reflect on your pathway and it has references from my past speeches too. So I just wanted someone who had listened to my past speeches.
Okay, okay. What we'll do is that we'll let DTM Ajay evaluate you, and I'll provide you with a separate evaluation as well. All right, later.
Thank you so much, DTM Talha, for your thorough support. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Toastmaster Wasi Ahmed. He is going to deliver his last project of his pathway, which engaging humor, which is reflect on your path. And the topic of his speech is what's in your cup? What's in your cup, Toastmaster Wasi Ahmed?
Am I audible to everyone?
Ask your
Or
evaluator.
is the timer visible to you? You have 8 to 10 minutes. All right.
Okay. Am I
Okay.
audible to everyone?
Yes, you are. But can you see the timing window?
Yes, I can see that. It's yours, right? I can see.
Fine, fine. Okay, start.
I came to my office desk carrying a filled mug. My colleague asked me, "How can someone be so teacoholic?" And then the mug slipped out of my hand and something spilled out of it. To his surprise, it was something else. No, I don't drink during office hours. No, no, not in any hours. On 24th August last year, life shook me up too. I was seated outside the hospital, sitting inside my car, and I was giving my last speech of Pathway Dynamic Leadership. Just after a week, I started my new pathway, engaging humor. My first speech, the icebreaker, I remembered this from my previous pathway. So what I did, Control C, Control V. No, this time I edited a bit. I repeated my speech about how I stood in front of almost 500 people, reading my speech as a chief organizer of an event. And I came to a surprise and I improvised and I screwed it up. And that's why I landed here. My second speech, my second level speech, which I remember very nicely, was a mentorship speech. In mentorship speech, I talked about three mentors in three events. When I reassessed that speech, I realized that three mentors are just too much for a 7-minute speech. It should be one mentor with vivid description. That's where audience attention could be grabbed more wisely. During my third level, I was formally introduced to humor. Before that, in engaging humor pathway, no humor was supposed to be formally introduced. So I came up with two speeches in this level. One was titled as Dependence. In this speech, I was talking about a babysitting event which happened in my life, and which I was telling how decrypting a baby's cry and understanding is he talking about if he wants sleep, if he wants food, if he wants to just cry for no reason. That's so difficult to understand. For that, you have to be always on your toes with food, with pampers, and lullabies too. My second speech, in that I was talking about humorous events which happened inside the hospital. The whole point of that speech was to tell people that even in the darkest moments of light, there is still a ray of hope. Every cloud has a silver lining to it. My fourth level speech, in which I have topics, I was given impromptu topics. Two impromptu topics I was given, and I had to connect them with each other, and that also humorously. Let me tell you how I connected them had no humor in it. And let's say it just happened and I just survived through it. My fifth level had two projects. One was a panel discussion and other was a humorous keynote. Coming to panel discussion. In our TV channels and our news channels, we see everyday politicians fighting each other. We think that panel discussion is a piece of cake. It's a piece of bitter gourd. It's very tricky. All thanks to my esteemed panelists, DTM, Tala, Toastmasters, Asgar, Toastmaster, Hena Ali, who seemingly smoothly pulled it off in 30 minutes. Otherwise, while doing it, I realized it's really tricky. My last project, Humorous Keynote, was the most difficult of all my projects. I had to give a humorous speech of 18 to 22 minutes. And it took me the longest time to only think about it, what should be the topic. And after months of contemplation, I came up with the perfect humorous topic, a road accident. There was a reason, a road accident which could have been proved fatal, but thankfully it didn't. But I deliberately chose this topic. Why? Because people love it when you are vulnerable. No, it's more about people connect to you more when you are vulnerable, because somewhere at the back of their mind they think about their own vulnerabilities for which they are not vocal about, and they just connect with it. When we infuse humor inside it, it just becomes more acceptable to them. That thing of awkwardness, or what we could say something that's rough to accept, it becomes far more smooth for them to accept. And we forge a strong bond with our audience. This pathway, its first 4 levels were done in first 3 months. All my speeches during these 3 months were going around hospitals, accidents, or how to appreciate little things in life, how to be grateful. Because I was going through all of them almost. During this first 3 months, I was pinned to my home. I was working from home. I was babysitting a 5-month-old kid. I was attending the most precious person of my life. And if some breaths remained, I studied. See, Superman. No, I failed all my exams in that attempt. So, no Superman. But I realized this thing that these 3 months gave me time for introspection. It gave me time to look inside myself to see who I actually am. And all those negative energy that was coming inside me in those 3 months, I used Toastmaster as that platform to come out and express myself and to turn it to a positive energy. When life shakes you up, what's inside you actually comes out of you. So when you are hit by an adversity and it doesn't leave you with better boundaries, better understanding of yourself, a sweeter tongue, a softer heart, and a humble personality, you need to reassess yourself. Fellow Toastmasters, and all those who are listening to me right now, when life shakes your cup, it's making more space inside it. It's giving you an opportunity to differentiate between what was undesirable inside this cup and what was desirable in that cup. So now fill this cup again with something that's more desirable, because what's inside this cup is what you have to offer to yourself and to those people who matter to you. Toastmaster of the day.
Wow. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Wasi Ahmed, for that wonderful reflection of your path. For the first time, I listened to your speech online and I loved it. I loved it. Thank you so much for being with us and delivering that beautiful speech. Ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about Toastmaster. We had Toastmaster Danish Azmat, but he's somehow stuck in a situation. So hopefully we will witness his speech in the coming weeks. We were talking about the theme of today, which is faith, unity, and discipline. We talked about the faith. Uh, the second thing is unity. Unity is something that standing together. It's like a rope made of tiny threads. So alone, those threads are weak, but when woven together, it's become unbreakable. Similarly, we people, uh, even when we are from the different sects, from the different languages, from the different colors, uh, when we get together, we became unbreakable. Uh, and the third thing is discipline. Discipline is something that, as our guide said, that we must learn to obey if you want to command. So discipline is something that we all have to be disciplined in our life. As our guide said, that with faith, discipline, and selfless devotion to our duty, there is nothing worthwhile that you cannot achieve. I will repeat it: with faith, discipline, and selfless devotion to our duty. There is nothing worthwhile that you cannot achieve. So stay strong, stay blessed, and Pakistan Zindabad, Qaid-e-Azam Zindabad. And I love that we have our friend ZK Ajay from India. And recently we witnessed a very beautiful session by Toastmaster Selfal from India in the Worldwide Toastmaster Club. Uh, it's time, I think, we have to bring unity, to work for the unity, to be disciplined and to believe in our faith. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to hand over the stage to our general evaluator. Uh, and
Wait,
he is
wait.
someone.
Sorry, Shazin, we have table topics.
Oh, yes. We also have table topics, so it's time to hand over the stage to the table topic master. And our table topic master is a very well-known person. He is a very well-known person for his evaluation, but this time he is going to be a table topic master. So with a huge round of applause, please welcome our champion Toastmaster Latif Mansoor.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Fellow audience, I will not delay more further. I believe we are really getting short of time. Everyone knows about the how table topic speeches are done and how the topics are made. So let me ask our first speaker, Toastmaster Silla Hamid, if you're available, I can give you the topic and then you can. Yes, great. I'm a little blind also. Can you unmute yourself, please, so that?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Your topic is be the leader you would follow. Be the leader you would follow. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Latif. Be the leader you would follow, right? Is that it so?
Yes, be the leader you follow. You would follow.
Yes. As today is December 25th, so I just remind the great leader, his leadership, his determination. It recalls me that his quote, think 100 times before you take an action. But once you take an action, then stand by it like a man. So once you are a leader of that substantial quality that you are unbeatable, then you could, you can be the follower of many. You could be a follower of a million. So that is what the footprints, the footsteps, which can make the leader alive and see, as VP Education mentioned, that it's 148 birth anniversary of the leader, the founder of the nation. He's still alive. The leaders will never be dead. They are alive. They will stay alive, and they can, we can, follow their legacy with their determination, with their courage, with their footprints, with their work, with their hard work. They can never be dead. So they will be alive. So be the leader. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Silla. Anyone else would like to come forward, or I can invite other speakers?
I think we should ask, we have Toastmaster Faisal, DTM Faisal Murad from Saudi. DTM Faisal, if you are available, we'd love to hear you.
DTM Faisal Murad, please, if you can switch on your camera and unmute yourself, please. It will be an honor to hear your views about leadership.
I think he's away or something. Maybe we can move on to someone else.
Okay, so how about DTM Talha?
Okay, fine.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the word of the day is eloquent. So please use as much you can because our grammarian is looking forward for it. DTM Talha, if you risk nothing, you risk everything. If you risk nothing, you risk everything. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Table Topics Master. I don't know whether I have any eloquent life advice to give on this topic, but the reality is that life is the name of risk taking. Every invention, every advancement, intellectual, physical, scientific, moral, religious, has been a result of taking a risk. And that's why even the universe follows the laws of risk taking. How is that? Because the law of entropy means that everything continues to function. What is entropy? Entropy is simply the concept that disorder in a system either increases or it remains the same. And the attempt to contain that disorder results in generation of energy. And you see it everywhere around you. You see the planets spinning, the stars rotating, you see cosmic objects split here and there, you see the weather changing, the climate change. Everything is a representative of chaos. Everything takes birth from chaos. It may be by design, but its birth is from chaos. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, unless there's a little bit of chaos in our lives, there will be no movement. And that is why I believe that taking a little risk means living. Over to you, table topic sponsor.
Thank you, DTM Tala. Um, is DTM Faisal available, or I can invite another speaker? Danish, is it okay for you to speak for 2 minutes? Okay, great.
Okay.
If you can switch on your camera also, if it's possible.
Okay. Am I visible to all of you?
Yes, Danish. Thank you very much for accepting my invitation. Your topic is, right, about the table topic. I know you are delivering your icebreaker today, but right, you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay, sir. No issue.
Yes. No, sir. Only Latif. Your topic is the key to success is action. The key to success is action. Over to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is, but taking action is basically something which really make a distinction between a successful or a failure person. So if you are really want to achieve something in your life, so instead of living in your strawberry world or utopia in which you are just thinking and making big dreams, but in reality you are not implementing or executing those uh, plans in your action. So it is mere plan and nothing else. So it will not take you anywhere. So if you really want to drift toward your success, so you really have to implement those plans and turn them or transform them into the action. Else you will remain stagnant where you are when you make that particular plan in order to achieve success in your life. So it is quite whether I don't know my energy is sufficient enough to make me eloquent to penetrate in your heart. I'm just thinking about that, but I believe yes, absolutely. It is basically the distinction, the difference between a successful person or and a failure person is the action. No, most of the people, it is basically why some people are so successful and other are not. If you just analyze and dissect their life, so you will come to know that the people who achieve their significant or excellence in their life, the one pivotal element in their life, their rigorous effort which they put in order to achieve that excellence in their life. While on the other hand, the people who are just making big dreams and not implementing them, at the end of the day, they will ended up making resentment and envy in themselves. And so it is basically the action is everything to live a successful life and be a person of value and the people who are around you. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Danish, for a wonderful effort and a clear explanation of how actions can be taken. Um, may I invite, sorry, DTM Tala, we have time. I can invite any other speakers, or how does it work?
Yes, you can invite one more.
Okay, so last call or final call for DTM Faisal, Mohammed Faisal Murad. Mohammed Faisal Murad, one. Okay. I think he's away from the desk. May I request Toastmaster Heba Rais Khan, please? Heba? Okay, great.
Yes.
Toastmaster Heba, topic for you is, you know the word of the day, right?
Yes,
Okay.
eloquent.
Your topic, yes, your topic is, we are stronger together. We are stronger together. Heba Rais Khan, over to you.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, in I've always learned that being having being the only child, I always used to do things on my own, but with the passage of time, I've learned that being together with people, being together with friends makes you enjoy life more, makes you, crave for fun, and being stronger together also makes you learn more things in life, it gives you more unique experiences, and we also develop, we also become being stronger together also makes you more eloquent as a speaker, as a writer, because you learn more ideas through other people, and also overall being eloquent, sorry, being stronger together. Also, we also that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Hibara Khan and all other speakers who have come up forward and given your best shot up on the impromptu speaking. Now, may I request the timer to please share uh, the timing that if everyone is qualified and we can go for the best table topic speaker. Thank you. Over
Yes,
to you,
everyone
Toastmaster of the day.
is qualified, and please circulate. We are circulating the poll. Please vote for your favorites.
Toastmaster of the day, over to you.
Okay, Shahzeb, are you there? Actually, Shahzeb was in transition. So I'll just quickly hand over the charge to our general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Silahami.
Give me a minute, please. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes. My dear Toastmasters from KTC and another groups, today being a Pakistani, it's a significant day. I would like to give a quick message on the behalf of the great leader, our founder of nation, Dr. Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Let us remember his leadership and his determination. Once he famously said that I do not take a right decision, I make the decision, then make it right. So let us remind this and remember that true leaders are always taking decisions and shape the path with the determination. And as a journal evaluator, I would like to say that the feedback is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It is the breakfast of the champion, and it nurtures growth, foster improvement, and build confidence. So I would like to call the first evaluator, Toastmaster Latif, the winner of the last tall tale, and he will be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Muhammad Asghar. Let's welcome Toastmaster Latif Mansoor.
Thank you, General Evaluator. First and foremost, it's good that both the winners are not around. I'm the second runner-up. So yeah.
Okay, my apologies.
No, I'll take all the prizes. Don't worry, it's fine.
Oh,
I'm very much greedy on in this
being
kind of
being on
things.
podium is winning, so we call it winning.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. But I'll start my speech now. Thank you very much, General Evaluator, for inviting me. It is wonderful, and it's always benefit for all the audience who are available, because when Toastmaster Muhammad Asghar give time to his speech, when he selects that he is going to deliver, there is always something to take away for the entire audience. Though today's topic or today's project was all about how he is going to answer the question of the questions, and how he is going to be effectively be available for their questions and answer. But for first and foremost, I will go with her speech first. The clarity, the topic selection, the audience interaction, the way he questions. The topic basically was so general, so commonly used, but it was well articulated very well. I should say. I love the way, first and foremost, he generated the energy between the audience. He captivate the best of the topic, which was, having encourage, entertain, and involve. Now, when I look at the project, basically it is more of an informational speech, well delivered, captured well, but how effectively you question the audience answers. While I found out that these questions were more likely they were saying yes to your speech, like, yes, we agree somehow. Are we faking it? Are we making it ourselves to the topic which you are saying it? So had I believe that you could have said it, in the end, maybe you could have said it, no, I don't agree this, because somewhere or the other way we are making things happen good for us. Good thing happen for people who wait. Good thing happen when we say all is well, all is well. Something good will happen. And I would have seen that challenging in yourself only, so that people would have raised questions in their mind. So what he's saying, is he saying all is good, or are we faking it everything? In the other way around, you could have asked the questions. But for that, I will give you 100%, um, because how effectively you have answered. My evaluation is all about how effectively you have answered. First and foremost, you agreed with the point, and second, you shared your own stories. This is where people get more engaged and connected to you. Now, I have one thing which I will give you as a challenge, and that is the only thing which I feel should give you in this evaluation. That is that if you have a 15-minute session, your speech length should not be for 10 minutes. Your speech length should be of 5 to 7 minutes, because the more time you will give to the audience to question, the more I will understand how you are facilitating those answers, sorry, those questions, and how you are making audience agree to your message. So this is the only thing which I feel a challenging one, that you just make sure of the timings, more to questions rather than the speech. Over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Silla.
Thank you so much for the brief evaluation, Toastmaster Latif Mansoor Ali. Now, I would like to go for the evaluation of the second speaker, Toastmaster Arfa Tabassum. For this, I would like to call upon on the stage Toastmaster Muhammad Azhar, an eloquent speaker, and it would be a pleasure listening to his evaluation and the feedback. Let's welcome Toastmaster Muhammad Azhar.
Thank you, Journal Evaluator. Arifa Tabassum, she's not here. Should I move? Should I go ahead?
She actually follows when she's not here. She follows on the live stream, so consider
Okay,
her
sure.
as present. She has
Sure,
bandwidth
sure.
too.
So,
Yeah.
so the second speaker was Arifa Tabassum. Arifa Tabassum was speaking about the topic of true success belongs to those who keeps going to and then keep going despite the challenges. The objective of her topic was about body language, how to reflect the intentional and unintentional movement of your body while speaking. She talked about her fear of audience and joining Toastmaster, and then she talked about the hurdles speaking in front of camera. Um, she also talked about being wanted to disappear while speaking in front of audience. She also talked about her fluency in English, and she mentioned even the monster. She referred to Toastmaster session as monster because she was supposed to speak without any preparation, and she was in fact talking about her fear. The first good thing that I found in her speech was the relatable topic. She was talking about an issue common to all, and we all saw our reflection in our speech. I think that is one important point that I noted down as a positive and the good point. Secondly, especially she was on the climax of her speech when she considered table topic as a monster, because table topic have been a monster, at least for me, when I stand and speak without preparation. Um, After listening her speech, I believe that now I also come out of my speech like her, and I also expect her to get rid of her fear. Now, the second thing that I mm, I liked her articulation. I mean, she has a very good pronunciation, and she used some very good grammatical structures. And I really don't know where is she finding the fear that she says she is facing, or she said she is constantly facing it. Just two suggestion maybe. The speech was about body language, and I when it is about body language, when you are supposed to reflect intentional and unintentional or unintentional body language during your speech, you are expected to show some your hand gestures, or the see. For example, you may have said that when I was standing in front of audience, I wanted to see the room, and I just wanted to escape from my room. Just merely a hand gesture, merely head gestures would have been sufficed. Secondly, I would strongly suggest to keep the title of your speech as short as possible. And these are the two suggestions. Just over to you, journal evaluator.
Thank you so much for the concise and wonderful evaluation done by Toastmaster Mohammed as well as ever. Now, quickly move on to the next evaluator, uh, Toastmaster Hibari Khan, for the evaluation of the speech of Toastmaster Umar Khayyam. Please welcome Hibari Khan on the stage.
Actually, sorry, I'm doing the evaluation.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, there was a
okay,
change in
so now quickly welcome to DTM Talha bin Hamid, an eloquent speaker and the proud of the KTC, to evaluate the speech of the Toastmaster Umar Khayyam.
Thank you so much. Let me put up the timer. Okay, Toastmaster Umar Khayyam, you're a natural storyteller. I think we all felt that and saw that while you were speaking. Yes, the lighting was not optimal, your camera angle could be improved, but your tone of voice, my God, we could have listened to you for another 20 minutes and would have batted an eyelid, because your story was absorbing and your purpose was apparent. In this project, usually we are required to state the purpose right before the start of the speech. But congratulations to you. Your purpose, the purpose of your speech emerged very strongly during the third act of your speech. And what a beautiful message it was. United we stand and divided we fall. You displayed that under a united nation, United Kingdom, all the scientific, social, and economic advances took place. Whereas in the subsequent age, where three different factions were fighting for control, all that went down the drain. Your stance was great. Loved your stance. You were confident, and you looked like a conqueror yourself. Um, you kept also, and one thing that I greatly admire was the way you sprinkled humor throughout the speech. You not only deprecated yourself, you threw shots at the stories themselves as well. So you kept everything light and very airy, not getting too heavy. You have that natural knack of throwing a little jokes in between so that things remain realistic. I don't know how that will work when a much more serious subject matter is under discussion, but I trust that you will adjust your humor in that situation. In this situation, it worked perfectly. Finally, of course, as I talked earlier, your lesson was amazing. Now, a few improvement areas. The intro to your speech was a little too elaborate. You should have jumped straight into the story. Why compare it with other stories? Why justify telling the act of storytelling? There was no need for that. We were here to listen to you. We would have absorbed everything you said without you having to set it up so eloquently and so meticulously. That actually is responsible for the amount of time that you exceeded. So you could have dispensed away with that. We were ready to listen to you. No further introductions were required. A little bit of a monotone, you could have reached out, and that's where I would like to challenge yourself. Read the text of your speech, try to feel every word, and uh, practice speaking that word or phrase exactly in the tone that it requires. Don't be afraid to shout. Don't be afraid to whisper. That's my only improvement areas. Overall, I think a very absorbing speech, purposeful. All the objectives were met with a little improvement areas. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much for the brief evaluation for the Toastmaster Umar Khayyam. It will definitely help him for the further speeches. Now, quickly move on to the evaluation of the last but not the least, Toastmaster Wase Ahmed. His speech will be evaluated by DTM Salaha. Again,
DTM Ajay. DTM Ajay.
DTM?
Ajay, ma'am. Ajay. You can call me
DTM
Ajay.
Ajay.
GK Ajay. I'm so sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Yes,
No problem.
No, we should be sorry because we make changes to the agenda without intimation. So no need to be
Yes.
sorry. Over to you, Ajay.
So let's
Yeah,
welcome GK Ajay from Quantum Leap.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Toastmaster Wasi Ahmed, what's in your cup? First of all, thank you for your speech. So I will divide my evaluation into 3 segments. First is about what I like from your speech. Second is areas of improvement. And third will be the conclusion. So now let's move on to the first segment, that is what I like from your speech. As this is a speech on reflecting on your path, you began your speech with the icebreaker, wherein you tried to improvise but you screwed up, and then you quickly move on to level 2. You spoke about mentorship speeches and moved on to level 3, and this is where you told us that the humor part was introduced into your speeches because of might be of electives. Level 4, you spoke about impromptu speeches and the topics, and level 5, interestingly, you spoke about the panel discussion and the keynote. You clearly took us through each level, starting from icebreakers speech to the level path completion, not level completion, path completion, and gave us clearly what each project is about, how you delivered it, and how you wrote each speech. I personally learned a lot about this path from your speech. Thank you for your insights. Your insights will help me or encourage me to take this path and work on this path. Not only me, few members from the audience might also show interest. I can see the passion in you towards the speeches and or maybe crafting of the speeches. At times you included quotes which made you to be more eloquent. You displayed good body language, particularly when you posed yourself as a Superman. So I really like that body language. Now move on to the areas of improvement. In the beginning of your speech, you carried a cup and you said that is full. And you could have placed it slowly, or you could have filled it full with the water, because when you said it is full and it is empty, there is some conflict. Okay, so in order to make yourself an authenticate speaker, make it full and put it gently somewhere on the table. I feel that your speech is more about inspiring the audience. In fact, I'm really inspired with your speech, but you could have shared how the path helped you to develop humor in you, because I would love to hear more about your development, how you used to be as a person before the beginning of the path and how you are at the end of the path. So this journey will clearly give the audience about your development. In conclusion, I can clearly see your dedication towards the presentation of the speeches. If you could work on the areas of improvement, your speech will move to the next level. Finally, congratulations on the path completions, and I wish you all the best for the next path. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster GK Ajay. Once I got an opportunity to deliver a speech in Quantum Leap, and you were the evaluator of my speech as well. So thank you so much once again. And now let's quickly move on to the evaluator of the table topic session. Let's call on the stage Toastmaster Muhammad Azhar.
Thank you, Journal Evaluator. This is the time to say some words about the speakers delivered their speeches during a table topic session. Sela Hamid happened to be the first victim of table topic masters, but Sela Hamid, you did very well. You talked about the leader that you would like to follow, your salutation, what I liked it, and the way. There are very few table topic speakers who repeat the question or the titles. You took time, you repeat it in order to absorb or understand or internalize it, and then you went on to execute your scheme or the speech. You referred, Jina Saib, you talked about the qualities of leadership, but above all, what I liked is your stage crafting. Just try to see yourself in the video that the way you are using both of your hands and you yourself in the camera. It was perfect way of projecting yourself in a video. I really like that, and I would like to appreciate you. You are still in that pose except shaking your hand. Thank you very much. The next speaker was DTM Tala. DTM Tala, you talked about if you risk nothing, if you take if you risk nothing, you risk everything. The good thing is that you used the word of the day, eloquent, and you used it in a very proper way in the sentence. Um, then you went on to describe your philosophy of life. Life is all about taking risk, law of the risk taking. You talked about the entropy, but but you failed to convince me because I'm a risk averse, and I think that is where the improvement area lies. You were supposed to come up with an example from day-to-day life in order to convince me or the fellow Toastmasters to prove the entropy. Or the person like me who happen to be a risk-averse person, always want to play it safe. Um, the next speaker was Danish. Danish spoke about the success. The key to success is action. Again, Danish agreed with the statement, and he rightly talked about the implementation and the execution for the achieving of success in every endeavor. What I personally like in Danish is his confidence and his body gestures, moving his both hands while talking very meaningfully and in a planned way. Uh, Again, he also used the word of the day, even two times he used the word of the day. Again, any examples to prove his execution, the success and the action would have been better or more convincing. The last speaker was Heba Rais Khan. Heba Rais talked about doing things and subsequently realized that doing it together is always better. And she also convinced that learning more things together is always good, and it is not possible to learn alone. She also used the word of the day, eloquent, and I would also like to commend her being an eloquent speaker, but I reserve my right to protest that she never completes her timing slots while speaking, and she should concentrate over. She should give attention to my protest or reservation when she is there to speak next time. With this, I think I would like these or the speakers. I've covered every speakers. So over to you, journal evaluator. Thank you very much from me.
Thank you so much for the detailed evaluation of the chosen table topic session. And no doubt, it's really uh, needs courage to speak impromptu. Okay, now it's time to take the report from the auxiliary role players. Quickly, let me move on to the grammarian, Hiba Rais Khan. Toastmaster Hiba Rais Khan, would you like to share the report of the grammarian?
Okay, as the grammarian, there were two sentences that I came across which were incorrectly used. Someone said, if you are really want to, if it should have been said as if you really want to, and who keeps going. That's about it. There was only one sentence. And as for the word of the day, TM Asghar spoke it once, TM Shahzeb once, DTM Talha once, and I spoke it once. That's about it for my report.
I think I spoke as well.
Okay,
You missed
okay.
me.
Sorry. TM Silla spoke it once as well.
I also spoke
Thank you.
about once, ma'am, in my evaluation. Hiba.
Okay. So DTM Ajay as well.
Thank you.
So did I.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hiba Rais. Now let me go to the timer. DTN Talha bin Hamid, is there any disqualification?
Yes, Toastmaster Umar Khayyam was disqualified, but I think that he was a little bit away from the laptop as well to be able to see the timing. And also, it was only second speech. Uh, we were supposed to end 10 minutes ago, but we're still going. That means that some of the first of all, we started 10 minutes late. That should have been avoided. And secondly, a little bit of time was exceeded in the question and answer session. The keynote speaker, the trainer himself, stuck to the timing very religiously, but some transitions took time. But overall, given the fact that we have an educational session, a 10-minute Q&A, and five speeches were originally planned, and a full table topics, I don't think we are doing that badly. Everyone else completed their time quota. So over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, DTN Talha bin Hamid. Now it's time for the remarks on the overall meeting. It was started officially 6:27, 7 minutes late, or it's supposed to be started at 6:15 from the agenda. And the different club members introduced themselves, which was really good and a good thing. We all were, we all liked that. And the phenomenal learning session was there by the DPM Muhammad Farooq. I myself have learned a lot, and it was like about listening Urdu was a treat for me because we keep on speaking English most of the time. So it was like really heart touching. Or can I speak one share in it? पता नहीं क्यों याद आ रहा है बहुत ज्यादा या तेरा तस्करा करे हर शख्स या हमसे कोई गुफ्तगू ना करे तो उर्दू में बात करना इतना ही मजा आता है और उर्दू में बात करना इतना ही मजा आता है कि बस बात किए जाए और बात सुनते रहें. Thank you so much, DTM Farooq. And not but the least, with the exceptional speeches of the prepared speakers, no doubt they were phenomenal. I really enjoyed some of them, but I would really listen to them on the YouTube again thoroughly. Overall meeting was tremendous. The way we all gathered online just not to miss any minute of the weekly meeting, even online, that depicts today's theme. It's unity, faith, and discipline. The guide's message. So we all were united, and it also gave the message to be there. If the meeting is there, and if the commitment is there, we have to fulfill it. Here, let me share one more Alam Iqbal share. फर्ज कायम रफ्ते मिल्लत से है तन्हा कुछ नहीं फर्ज कायम रफ्ते मिल्लत से है तन्हा कुछ नहीं मौज है दरिया में और बैरून दरिया कुछ नहीं. Now I would like to give the stage to the president, and thank you very much from my side.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Silla. So I'm just quickly floating the poll for best big four. The quicker you vote, the earlier this meeting will end. So here goes. And in the meantime, I would like to sincerely thank all the participants for making this a memorable meeting. Those of us who've been associated with Karachi Toastmasters Club know that KTC has a history of holding a meeting no matter what. So we even held a meeting at the beach luxury because we did not have the option of holding an online meeting back then. There was a poisonous gas leak on the harbor, right? A tanker had leaked. There was poison, and lots of animals, and maybe God forbid, some people were also dying. And there we were, right there, holding a meeting. I also remember another Christmas day, which was I think 2 or 3 years ago, uh, where we gathered at the Beach Luxury Hotel on the morning at 11 a.m. For a contest. I believe it was a contest or it was a speakathon, one of those things. So now it's even easier because in absence of a physical venue, we can go online. And I know that's not an ideal scenario for many of us, but I continue to say that both are actually two sides of the same coin. In order to be an expert speaker, a good public speaker, a person who makes impact, one needs to master both mediums because yes, in-person meetings have their own flavor, they have their own charm, and they have it has tea also, right? But at the same time, how else would you influence and change the lives of, let's say, 500 people from 10 different countries, one at the same time, right? How else would you do that? So that's the necessity where we need to master both the formats. And today, I'm so glad to see that even our newer speakers like Toastmaster Umar Khayyam, Toastmaster Danish, and they rose to the occasion. This transition is not easy especially for newer members. Many of us are experienced. We have made several speeches on both mediums, so it's second nature for us, but not for the newer speakers. So hats off. Okay, yeah, literally hat off. And now I will ask our respected guest, DTM Ajay, for his comments about the meeting.
Thank you, DTM Talha. I will keep it short and quick. Attending this meeting helped me to understand Urdu language. I don't speak Urdu, but I know Hindi, little bit of Hindi, and I can correlate Hindi and Urdu, and I can understand few words. And I really enjoyed this meeting thoroughly, and looking forward to attend more and more KTC meetings. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Ajay. And seeing as you hail from India, of course, we are divided by borders, and we have separate histories. But at the same time, at Karachi Toastmasters Club and in our clubs in general, we celebrate greatness, whether we personally agree with it or not. So rest assured that we are actually in the business of celebrating great leadership, no matter where it comes from. And you are one example. You just counted out while introducing yourself that you are a member in 4 different districts, and all districts are not part of your native India. So that's an amazing example of leadership, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, and this is for the first time I'm saying it, but the thing I love the most about DTM Ajay is that he's so understated, so humble. He's not making fancy social media posts. He's not announcing anything. Uh, he just continues to serve quietly and quietly making an impact. And I believe such leaders are the best kind of leaders. So thank you so much, Ajay, for gracing our meeting. KTC is open to you, and whenever you wish to come to make a speech, to do a role, consider it as your club as well. And yeah, if we can have comments from Toastmaster Faisal, DTM Faisal Murad, if you're there. If not, we can move on to the results. And we actually started this innovation recently at KTC, which is that instead of asking people to vote for their favorite speaker, we ask them to rate the individual speakers on a scale of 1 to 5. Not the speakers, sorry, my bad, the speeches. We are supposed to rate the speeches. And that, I believe, results in a very objective result. Why? Because you are no longer shackled to voting for just one person, right? You can express your admiration for multiple persons, and uh, sometimes it can backfire too, just like it did today, because uh, we have 2 winners for who have scored equally. And were it an ordinary poll, I would have broken the tie without even disclosing, but I'm not doing it today because it is a result of actual evaluation. So I will let it remain as it is. The win is a tie between Toastmaster Asgar and Toastmaster Wasim. So congratulations. Best evaluator goes to me. Congratulations to myself. Best table topics also goes to me. And if you have doubts about these results, be my guest. And for once, be the vote counter in this meeting. as, as long as I am the vote counter, you will have to rely on my integrity. And by the way, let me disclose that I cannot influence these results because I'm not, as the Zoom host, I cannot vote. All right. Finally, best big four. And today's best big four goes to our journal evaluator, Toastmaster Silla Hamid. Congratulations. So those are the results. And with that, sincere gratitude. It's like we are back in the good old days where it's 9 o'clock and we are ending the KTC meeting. Not so long ago. That used to be the routine. And who knows where we go from here.